Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be a shop my stash. We're gonna go ahead and go through the products that were in here from last time around. I'm gonna pull stuff out and then we'll go ahead and shop my stash for new items to use for the upcoming weeks. If you like shop my stash videos, please keep on watching. Don't forget to give this one a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. It would be really nice to have you around here. I do want to apologize. I don't sound the best. I had a pretty bad sinus infection, so I'm recovering still, but I really wanted to film this video. It's been a while and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to rotate our items. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm gonna get started with the face primers that I had in here. I guess I did add one or two more items in here. Some of them I did use, some of them I did not. But I did add this Shades by Sham, the hydrating primer. I did travel with this one, so I just got back from my trips. I traveled with this one, and then when I came back and I unloaded my makeup bag, I just stuck it in here. This isn't a project, so that's why I took it with me on travel. It's a squeezy tube. I did not have to worry about it busting or anything like that. So I'm gonna move it out of the way. The other primers that I had in here, I had the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Primer. This is in Radiant Pink. I think I used it only like once or twice. I am going to go ahead and pull it out. There's not much left in here, but I'm tired of it being in this drawer. I'm going to pull it out and then I'm just going to have to tackle it at some other point. The other primers I had Smashbox, the Mindful 5. I do really love this one. I feel like it gives my face a very nice glow. It sits well under foundation. I really enjoy it and I'm really sad that they discontinued it. Thankfully, I have a full size of it and, you know, it is what it is at this point. So... The other primer in here was the Lancome La Base Pro Perfecting Makeup Primer. I think I used it once. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be extremely silicone-like and then it's going to slip and slide. It wasn't like that. It definitely had the silicone feeling, but then I felt like it kind of maybe set. It didn't like really move under makeup or like make my foundation slip or slide. I would have to play with it a little bit more, but I didn't hate it. So that's a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and pull that one out. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to concealers and foundations. I did have a couple concealers in here and I think I added these two recently. I haven't used this one yet, but I had the Prism Libre by Givenchy. This was really nice. I'm so glad that I did pick up my correct shade, which is the N250. Really nice under the eye, very hydrating looking. It does not suck the life out of my, you know, under eye area. So I enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. And then the Cool Feet Concealer, it's a really nice one. I actually really enjoy it too. This is the Main Match Concealer and I have the shade Cocoa Crush. I am going to go ahead and pull it out as well. I did add these two. I did take them with me on travel. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Eye Brightener. This is in the shade Golden Eye. So many brands are coming out with these now. I'm like, now e.l.f. has one. Who else came out with one? I think it was Huda Beauty released an eye brightener. There's so many different brands coming out with these things and it's nice. I like that. Finally, you know, we're getting some products, but it's like, damn it, why are you releasing them all around the same time? So that kind of anyway, this guy, it worked really well. I am gonna go ahead and keep it in here. I did find that with this one, if I use a little bit and then use a concealer on top, I don't get the very good effect. But if I use this guy as a concealer all by itself, it was really nice. It was definitely brightening under my eye and yeah, it did a good job with the bad circles with jet lag and all that. So I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna keep it in here. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I took it with me on travel. I really wanted to test it out. And then it was so hot and humid. I barely wore makeup. I think I put makeup on 3 days out of the whole time that I was gone. So I didn't really reach for it. I am gonna go ahead and keep it in here. I do wanna play with it, try it out. For foundations, did I only have these two foundations? I guess that was it. I did have the Prism Libre by Givenchy. Really, really nice. Really happy that I finally tried it out. I am going to go ahead and pull it out of here. And then this one, it contains Giorgio Armani foundations, like the little samples. I dumped them all in here. I did use this one a couple times too. So that was very enjoyable. It's going to come out. I guess that was it for foundation. Why did I think I had one more? Anyway, for powders, let's go ahead and move on to those. I did have the Laura Mercier. This is the Real Flawless Luminous Perfecting Press Powder, and the shade is translucent. This was nice. I don't have any complaints about it. I feel like this not as luminous as her Candle Glow powder was. I mean, definitely not as not like the Candle Glow powder, which I did have in here too. I do like the Candle Glow powder as a finishing powder to buff all of my makeup in. It's really nice like that. Whereas her new powder is more like an actual setting powder. It just does not look dry or matte under the eye or on the face or even under the eye. So far so good. I'm enjoying it. I do not like her packaging. I'm like, come on, really? Why you gotta be domed like this? Okay, if you want to have a mirror, that's cool. I like that. But why you gotta dome it, you know? All right. Complaints aside. I also had the Say. This is the Air Set Radiant Loose Setting Powder, and the shade is translucent. It's a really nice one too. It's not a whole lot of product in here. It's only 4 grams, so something to keep in mind, but it's nice. And then I had the Huda Beauty. This is in the Cherry Blossom Cake Easy Bake Powder. Very nice, very brightening under the eye. I actually like baked with it. Believe it or not, I haven't baked in forever, so I enjoyed it. I did really enjoy how it looked under my eye. It made my under eye look really nice, very blurring, and really helped with the deep set, you know, the circles and being tired. It helped with that quite a bit. All right, let's go ahead and move on to bronzers, blushes, and all that. For bronzers, I had the Buxom Staycation Vibes. This is in the shade Rooftop Tan. This is a nice one. I do like it. I just feel like this is better for me if I have a little bit of a tan, because the terracotta color, I can't open it. Here we go. It kind of leans very warm, very reddish kind of looking. So it looks better if I do have a tan on, but it was really nice. And I would say the same thing for the MAC Give Me Sun one. Definitely need a tan with this one. It looks a little bit more natural, a little bit more like, okay, this is how I normally bronze naturally and all that. So I did enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out too. I did have some cream bronzer. Oh, there it is. And I had this one. So I had the Tower 28. This is the Sculptino, and this is in the shade Getty. I do really like this one. I love the formula. It's super smooth. It's not thick or chunky or anything like that. Picks up easily with a brush, blends out easily. I do like it, and the tone of it is just perfect. Now the Manila shade from Nude Sticks, this is really nice too. Definitely on the darker side for me. I do need a tan with this one as well. I need to just self tan. I do plan on taking 2 weeks off. Not next week, but the week after. So I'm gonna be out for a little while. I'll be taking my son to the beach, and hopefully I'll regain some tan. Let's talk about blushes. For blushes, I had two creams. I did have the Rose Ink. This is in the shade Delphine. So pretty. Really, really liked it. The other cream blush I had was from Nude Sticks. This is in the shade Bohemian Rose. This is definitely outside my comfort zone when it comes to blush. It's a little bit too pink for me, but with all of these brands releasing baby pink blushes and stuff like that, I was like, okay, I have one. Let me play with it, see how I feel about it before I jump on buying new ones. I'm glad that I have a pink blush. It's just I really learned I do not need to pick up pink blushes. They're not my absolute favorite. I don't automatically reach for them. I prefer more of a peachy blush. So there we go. I have it. I will use it when I feel the urge to buy a pink blush, but it's gonna get out for this time around. I did have the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten. This is in the shade Tropic Hues. It's pretty. It's super, super glowy, so don't really need a highlighter with this one. But again, this is a little bit more on the pink side, like even more tan pink, kind of, you know, like levels of pink, not super baby pink, a little bit deeper pink. I kind of considered maybe passing it along. I think I'm gonna hold on to it for a little while longer. I did purchase a ton of blushes recently, so I do want to use some of my newer blushes. I'm going to hold on to this one. I'm going to put it towards the back of the door just because it got into the rotation, and then I'll have to reevaluate at a later time if that's something I want to keep in my collection or not. I have the Dior. This is the Backstage shade, and this is in the shade Coral. I love it. So pretty. I like the formula quite a bit. I had Benefit Krista in here. This was so beautiful, you guys. It had such a beautiful glow to it. It just makes my cheek look super healthy. Definitely enjoyed it. And then I did have the Gucci blush, and this is in the shade Bright Coral. This is really pretty too. I did use it quite a bit. So there's that one. Let's go ahead and talk about highlighters. I did have two liquid creams. I did have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand highlighter, and this is in the shade Champagne Campaign. This is actually really nice. I did like the formula of this one, and then like the actual color, how much color you get out of this, the pigmentation, I guess, a lot more than I enjoyed the contouring wand and then the blush wand. The other two were extremely natural, like you can just wear them if you don't want to put anything else on the face and just you want to look like, okay, this is, you know, your skin, but a little bit more enhanced. Where this one, it actually had color to it. It worked really well with makeup. I wouldn't use this guy alongside the other two for like a no makeup look, because this is a lot more intense than the other two. But something to think about, keep in mind if you're considering these. And then the other cream highlighter was the Rowan. This is in the shade Glazed. It's definitely a very glazed highlighter. I did use a brush to pick up the highlight, so you can see like a little bit of I used the brush and then I applied it, and then I'll dip into it, so it looks like, you know, picked up some foundation somewhere along the way while applying. But this is really, really pretty. Definitely a glazed look. It played really well with makeup, like over makeup. I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna pull that one out. The other blushes, not blushes, highlighters that I have the Cali Ray Highlight. This is in the shade Starlight Peach. I absolutely love this one. I've become really attached to it and I really enjoy it. So I'm gonna pull that one out. I had the Fenty Glow Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb Fenty Glow shade. Wow, this is like, what? I don't know, you guys. I think this is a lot better as an eyeshadow. I did try use it on my cheeks, kind of like a blush topper. And it was like, okay, is it even there? Am I getting anything? When I swatch it, like I get the color, but then I get the, like the brownish look, you know, sticks to my finger, does not translate. And I did the same way. I applied it to my cheeks the same way. Like I would pick it up and then I'll pat it around my cheeks, so you can see the glitter is translating but not the actual color. I don't know about this one. This is something that I'm also need to reevaluate at some point down the road, and see what I think, if I want to keep it in my collection or not. For now, it's gonna stay. I don't plan on decluttering anything today. because I know I'm not in the right state of mind. I'm not feeling my absolute best, and I don't want to make any rash decisions that I'm going to regret later. From Laura Geller, this is the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator, and this is in the shade Diamond Dust. This is another product that I was like, it's not really for me. Maybe a few years back when I picked this one up, it was something that I really enjoyed. The shade of it is basically what I'm not really enjoying. It's like blue, pink kind of shift to it, which I get it. Like, these were really popular at some point. This was released around the holidays, probably was meant to be worn around the holidays when you can go a little bit more crazy with makeup. But this is something definitely that I'm like, okay, I don't know if these are really the highlights for me. I felt like I got rid of most of the ones that were these kind of shades. Where this one I still held on to because I really like the formula of it. And then, you know, so I don't know. Again, no rash decisions today. I'm not feeling good and I don't want to make my rash decisions. From Jouer, this is the Molten Glow highlighter. This is a face and body highlighter. This baby is intense, intense, intense. Yeah, it's beautiful, but it's extremely intense. It's definitely more on the goldeny side, where I really like the Cali Ray one. It's intense as well, but this is more of that like like pinkyish, more natural looking for me, although there's nothing natural about an extremely blinding highlighter. But you know, the shade wise, it blended out with my skin better. This one I do really enjoy on my collarbone, or you know, of my shoulders if I'm wearing a strapless shirt or anything like that. On my face, it's very obvious that it's a stripe of highlight if I don't blend it well. I feel like I'm going into way too much details today. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I haven't filmed in a while, so I feel like I'm out of practice and I'm just rambling and rambling. I did have a face palette in here, and that's the Nudegasm Face Palette by Charlotte Tilbury. This is so pretty. I did really enjoy it. I do really like the contour and the bronzer in here. Contour, bronzer. The blush in here is really pretty. Definitely does not need the highlighter on top of it, but I did use the nude highlighter in here. It's so pretty. It's definitely a beautiful shade. I'm going to go ahead and pull that one out. And then for eyeshadow palettes, I had the Pat McGrath Mothership 8. This is the Divine Rose 2. She is beautiful, you guys. Now she's having a sale on her website, and I saw the Mothership 2, which I don't own, and I'm like, well, maybe I need it. This is so pretty. I love the pinkiness in here. I love these shades over here. This multi-chrome is stunning. This shade over here is so beautiful, kind of like all over the lid, like a lid topper. Beautiful palette. Definitely got some use out of it. So she's coming out. They're all coming out, I believe. I think the only one I did not use maybe the It's My Pleasure by ColourPop. No, I did use it. I take that back. I did use it. I can see I can see how much I dipped into these shades. To be honest, I don't remember what kind of look I created with it. It's pretty palette, so I'm keeping it, but I do not remember my look. The NARS Narcissist, I think I used this palette the most this time around. I just like it. I really like how neutral it is, and then I can definitely amp it up a little bit with these shades. I enjoy it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. We used the Modern Renaissance. I think I only used it like twice, but that's okay. It's better than no uses at all. So there she is. Yeah, she's coming out. And then the last palette I had in here was the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eyeshadow Palette. And this is the volume 2. What does he call it? Does he call it 2? Yeah, Major Dimension 2. Okay. I'm so happy that I received this one from my friend. It is so beautiful. Really pretty. I think I like the formula of this one better than I like the formula of his first one. It is so pretty. It's super girly, super neutral, but you can amp it up a little bit with like these deeper shades. This shade all over the lid was absolutely stunning. I really enjoyed it. To be honest, I did not use the creams on my eyes, but I used the rest, and hey, I'm okay with that. I really, really liked it. So she's coming out. I'm going to keep it in the packaging because, well, I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about, I did add some mascaras and stuff in here. I do want to go over these with you real quick because I do have an empty that I want to talk about. I'm getting really close on this Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. I love how much volume this gives me, but it's getting to the point where it starts really flaking under my eye. So I'm getting really close on this one. I'm going to try and stretch it out. I really, really, really liked it. The other mascaras I had in here, I added one more. I added the MAC Magic Extension. To be honest, I don't know if I like really have tested it out yet. I took it with me on travel again, but I also took this one and this one. So I layered these two together, and this one I just did not use. Maybe I used it on my lower lash line. So I need to play with it a little bit more. But these two together, the Tower 28 Jet Mascara, this gave me the volume. I felt like I could get volume with this one. The curl, my lashes are already curly. I don't have to worry about that. But then topping it with the Hourglass, oh, beautiful. Spidery lashes for sure. If you don't like that, don't do it, but I love it, so I'm okay with it. I have the Pat McGrath Labs Fetish Eyes Mascara in here, and this is also getting a little bit dried out. I'm gonna have to use these two exclusively for a couple weeks just so I can just really get my money's worth out of them and then get rid of them. I haven't used the Lottie London in quite some time. I don't know why, to be honest. I loved the first tube I tried from Lottie London. Like the first time I used this one, I absolutely loved it. This time around, maybe because I have other mascaras open at the same time that I really am enjoying, the Hourglass, for example. I'm not reaching for this one. I'm not ready to let it go. She's gonna stay. This eyeliner is gonna stay. I am gonna go ahead and call this one a done. This is a brow product. Oh, gosh, this is it's called Bow Down, and I'm getting cross-eyed trying to read the brand name, so I'm not even gonna bother. I traveled with this one. I do really like the hold of it. The reason why I'm calling it an empty is when I first started using it, when I would apply it, it will just hold my brows really, really well from the early on in the day till the end of the day. The last two times I used it, towards the end of the day, my husband was like, you got white flakes in your brows. I'm like, oh shit. Nobody wants white flakes in their brows. So this guy is done. I did really enjoy it, you guys. I would layer and layer, and like my brows would just freeze. Did not budge anywhere. So yeah. I need to open a new one. I don't have another one by the same brand, but I have more brow gel tubes like this. I'm gonna pull this guy out. I'm not gonna declutter it, but I'm just gonna pull it out of here. This is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. This is not as much hold. It definitely lifts. It gives you that, I don't want to say laminated because it doesn't stay laminated the entire day, but it's not as much hold. Lower. This one was like, gosh darn, that's a lot of hold in there. So I'm gonna pull this one out of here. And then I do have my ABH Brow Wiz. To be honest, I have not been using a brow filler. I've been so lazy. All I was doing was just applying this one all over my brows, and I would call it a day. So they haven't been used, and I have so many. I just don't feel the need to fill my brows. I do have a lot of brows, and if I over pluck in certain area, then I'll reach for it. But at this time, I'm not really playing with it much. Let's go ahead and talk about lippies. I did have a couple more in here, which have been moved away to this spot. I think these were all in here from last time. It seemed like a lot of lippies. Tenay's, some sort of lip oil, Plumeria Petals, tinted lip oil. It was really nice. Dolly, this is by Buxom, and this is one of the creams. I do really like that one. From Haus Labs, I had this Scarlet Matte. Scarlet Matte is what it's called. Yeah. Le Monster Lip Crayon 2.0. This is so pretty. I do really like it. It sits on the lips really well. I had the shade Belle from Nudestix. This is Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil. I use it as a lip pencil. I did really enjoy that one. From Grande Lips, this is Dehydrating Lip Plumper, and this is in the shade Barely There. I do like it. I think maybe these are getting a little bit old. I do have a couple more of these different shades. I'm gonna have to try out my other shades. I just felt like it gave me, you know, when you apply it and like kind of gives me a lip line effect without me trying to lip line it, which is, I guess that's my best way of describing it. I don't know if just the formula of this one is getting a little bit older, so it's like kind of moving on me. I'm gonna have to try out the other two. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to try out the other two shades that I have in here or in my collection, and then see if it does the same thing or not. And then this might end up being a declutter. I did have a couple lip liners in here. I did use, well, we'll talk about the rest in a second. The lip liners, I had the shade Bear. This is by LA Girls. I think it was okay. I don't remember. NYX Peekaboo Neutral. Did I use this one? Maybe not. I don't really remember. I'm gonna pull everything out. It's been a while again, and I'm ready to just refresh this whole thing. I had the Pat McGrath Labs Revelation Red Lipstick. I did really like this one. I enjoyed it quite a bit. The one that I know for sure I did not use are these two, so maybe I'll keep these two in here. These are by Smashbox. This is the Always On Liquid Lip, and the shade is Balls, B-A-W-S-E. And then the lip liner is also by Smashbox. This is the Be Legendary, and the shade is True Red. I think these I'm going to hold on to. I did not use them. And I did not use the NARS Lippy either, so, but I think I'm going to pull it out. Relentlessly Red, I did not use it, by MAC, but it's coming out. From Kylie, this one I did use. This is in the shade Madeline, and this is a cream lippy. This is really pretty on the lips. It applies really nicely. I like the formula. To be honest, I'm not a fan of the Kylies, the Jenners, or Kardashians, or anything like that. So it's not something that I would go out and repurchase again, or purchase anything from their brand. It was just something that I purchased at some point when Ulta had 21, when they were on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. From Pat McGrath, this is Fire Nectar, Fire Pill Nectar. What is it called? Pale Fire Nectar. I love this shade. I love her lip glosses. And this one, I love it. I've used a whole one of these before, so I know I love that one. Pumpkin Spice by Too Faced. Honestly, I did not reach for it. I did not create any looks that would have went well with this one, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. I do want to keep the NARS, and this is in the shade Vein, so I'm keeping these in here for the next time around. And I'm pulling these out. And then lastly, we had these setting sprays, Caliray Surf Proof. I'm addicted, you guys. I have really been enjoying the Caliray products, both of them that I do own. I might have to try some more from the brand. This is amazing. It really holds my makeup in place. I do really enjoy it, and my makeup looks so good. I don't look overly dewy. I don't look overly matte. It's just perfect. I do really enjoy it. It's coming out. The Lila B, a glow face mist. Honestly, I'm glad it was not as glowy as I thought it was gonna be, because I felt like I can use this one and then top it off with this guy and I'm good to go. It does not give me a very greasy looking face. Not that I don't like that look. I definitely want to look greasy. I do want to look dewy. I like that. But it was not as glowy as I thought it was gonna be, which is a good thing. I'm not hating on it or anything like that. I really enjoyed it. I don't know why it took me so long to try this out. It was, the deciding factor was that Sephora was getting rid of the brand, so I got it for a really good deal. But, you know, I'm addicted. Jamie Page, she was raving about this guy for a really long time, and I finally picked it up. Yeah. this is everything that was in here for the past time around. Again, I'm keeping a couple products. Let me go ahead and put everything away, and then let's shop my stash for new items. I did purchase quite a bit of new makeup recently. Did pick up some items duty-free on my way back from Japan. So I do want to pull some of those in. And I also had purchased some items before I left. So we're going to play with some new makeup, and then we'll go ahead and shop my stash for older makeup to use too. And then we'll do swatches at the end of the video. It's going to be a long one. If you haven't grabbed a snack or a drink, go ahead and do it. I feel like talking to you guys. Alrighty, you guys, like I said, we're going to go ahead and get started with new makeup. I did go wild recently, so I feel like we're going to be picking up a lot of the new makeup. I don't know if I'm going to film a haul, but I did pick up some items from the duty-free. Again, I mentioned that already, so we'll go ahead and get started picking up products to use. I'm gonna first get started with some of the items that I picked up right before I went on my trip, which I did have 2 products from Give Cosmetics or Gwen Stefani's brand. I do have the Pick It Up Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo, and I do have the Check My Glow, and this is in the shade Homegrown Glow. The duo is in the shade Toasting. I'm going to go ahead and pull both of these in, highlighter, bronzer, and contour. Definitely going to pull these 2 in. And I'm also going to go ahead, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I did pick up a couple products from Chanel. I'm going to pull all of them in because, well, I want to, and I want to really try them. I did get one of the Chanel blushes. This is the blush duo effect, like the tweed effect. And I got the shade Tweed Coral, which is, I was interested in other shades, but they were all sold out. It was either this one and some other shade, which looked not for me. So I went with this one. We'll do swatches, you know, for sure. And I'll show you all these products when I put them back in the drawer. And then I did pick up one of their highlighters. This is the highlighting powder, and the shade is Ivory Gold. So I'm going to pull that one into. And then I saw this quad. It was a limited edition quad. They had 2 different shades. I picked up the shade Tendresse. So it's for cheeks and eyes. I thought this was so pretty when I swatched them, either to use as eyeshadows or to use as blush and highlight. It's so pretty. I cannot wait to show you guys and then swatch it for you guys. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out. I did pick up a couple products from by Mario before I left, and I think I'll go ahead and pull one of them in. I'm gonna pull in the shade Rose Crush. These are the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil. So I'm gonna pull one of these in. How many blushes did I pull in so far? 2 blushes. I pulled in 2 highlights, a bronzer, and then the eyeshadow. I'm gonna call it eyeshadow for now. I'm trying to keep track so I don't end up pulling too much brand new. Well, we know I'm going to. How about we do, I did pick up this Lancome blush, but I don't think I'm going to use it yet. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull in, I'm definitely going to pull in these over here. So I picked up a face powder by Decollete. So I'm going to pull it in I picked up, they had 4 shades at the airport. I went with the Glow Pink shade because I figured I can use it to set under my eye. The glow on it, when I swatched it, it didn't seem to be extremely glowy. So we'll see how this is going to work under the eye. So I'm pulling that one in. I also picked up a Clé de Peau product. This is the highlighters, one of their highlighting luminizing face enhancer, and I got the shade Golden Galaxy, 202 Golden Galaxy. I am traveling back to Japan in August, so I think I'm definitely gonna pick up a couple other products from the brand. I might pull the trigger on their foundation. I know it's really pricey, but I might pull the trigger on it. I might pick it up. If you have recommendations for Clé de Peau, let me know. I would love to try some more from them. This is a brand that I haven't heard of before. I've never used before. Again, I saw it at the airport. This is Luna Soul brand, and these are they call it skin modeling eyes. I swatched this quad and I was like, gosh, that's beautiful. Very neutral looking, definitely for a neutral lover. The name of it is actually Beigey Beige, or Beige Beige 01 Beige Beige. I know, right? Very inventive. So I cannot wait to play with it and try it out on the eyes. So here we go. I've pulled in 3 highlighters, 2 eyeshadows, 2 blushes. We can pull in another blush, I guess. Why don't we try, what do I want to try? Do I want to try the one by Dior, one of the new shades by Dior, or do I want to try the Say Glow Sculpt? I don't know. Let me show you the Dior one. I'm definitely going to pull in one of them. This is in the shade Cherry. So pretty. And then we've got the Say. This is in the shade Peach Glow. And this is, like, again, very glowy product. Which one do I want to pull in? I think I'll go ahead and pull in the... Can I do both? Can I pull in both? Who's stopping me, right? I'm the only one stopping myself. I'm pulling both in, you guys, because why not? We gotta use them. So I'm pulling them in. Okay. Oh, and I have more blushes. I've got more blushes. NARS liquid blush. It's gonna wait. It's gonna have to wait. It's way too many blushes for this time around. I know, call me crazy, but I picked up this baby. This is the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is the Radiant Concealer, which is supposed to be a medium coverage and radiant under the eye. I had to do it. I picked it up from Ulta, so I am going to play with it. I'm going to test it out. And I'm going to go ahead and pull both of these in. Let me show you what they are. I just making sure there was nothing else that I would have been interested in for this time around from here. No, I think I'm gonna pull in everything I really wanted to try. I have the new e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm, and this is in the shade Strawberry. I do want to pull that one in. And then this was another brand that I haven't heard of before. I think this is a Japanese, yeah, made in Japan. This is the case part. I did pick up both the case and the refill, and I already put the refill in here. And the refill was in the shade 18. But here's the case. You buy them separately. All of their lip products were like that. They had different designs for their, you know, the holders. This is by the brand Paul & Joe. It was actually pretty affordable. I think with the dollar value now and compared to the yen, like most of these products I picked up just because the dollar is so much stronger than the yen. So they were priced in yen. Anyway, it ended up being a really, really good deal for duty-free, and the prices were really good. But going back to this one, this is the Paul & Joe. The lipstick case by itself, I want to say when you translate it to the US dollars, it was about $6.25. And then the lipstick itself was, I don't know, I'm gonna have to do the math. But the whole lippy ended up being about $20. All of their lippies were all shine. There was no matte. I would have preferred to try a matte product, but look how beautiful. And of course I went for a red. I might pick up a different kind of case next time around with a more neutral shade, but this is so pretty, and I thought this is beautiful. Their products all looked really gorgeous. They had some beautiful like highlighting primers. They had some foundations. But I think the foundations that I saw were full coverage, and I don't reach for full coverage, so I didn't try those. Next time, I'm shopping for a couple more products from the brand. Long story short, that is all I'm gonna pull in from this drawer. I know that was a lot of products, but you know, you gotta try the new things. I want to play with them. I stopped hoarding the new items for months and months and months. I don't want to do that anymore. Now that we have these, I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on pulling in lippies until the end of the video. We'll shop the stash for lippies. But why don't we pull in some setting sprays, and then we'll do primer, foundation. Oh wait, and eyeshadow palettes. Oh my goodness. Well, let's move on. Okay, for setting sprays, this is crowded. Very crowded. these. I'm gonna move to the side. I should just keep those packed in my bag. They're gonna go with me next time. As a travel size of the Charlotte Tilbury Set and Spray and a primer water from Smashbox. I traveled with them and I really enjoy them. What do I want to pull in for this time? How about we do... Okay, let's do this one. This is the Catrice HD Active Performance Freezing Spray. I'm gonna play with this one. It's been a little time since I used it last, so I'm gonna pull that one in. And then why don't we do do want a primer water, so, or a primer mist, priming mist. I'm gonna do MAC. This is the shade or the scent Lavender. Or do I want to do these both? This is Catrice, yeah. It's Prime and Fine, but this is the Dewy. Is this the one that has the, yep, it's got the shimmers in it. I don't want to use this one as a primer. It's very glowy. What do I have? What else do I have over here? It's the Charlotte Tilbury. Is this a... No, I had this one not that long ago. How about we use... I kind of am leaning towards pulling in the Patrick Ta Major Glow Dewy Milk Mist. Yeah, why don't we play with this one? I'm gonna try it as a primer mist and see how it goes. Okay guys, let's go ahead and pull in some primers. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull in, oh no, I just had that not that long ago. Or did I have? No, I had the Milani. I'm gonna pull in the Ole Henriksen Banana Face Primer. I know that I could use this as a primer or a moisturizer. So I'm going to pull this one in. And then why don't we do this one? This is a foamy, this is by Kaja, a foamy, it's called the Dream Puff Radiant Mousse Primer. I'm going to pull this one in, and I remember it was nice and illuminating. So we'll see how that goes. So 2 primers, I think that's good for now. Let's go ahead and pull in some eyeshadow palettes. I pulled in 2 quads so far. So we can get others. We can play with other ones. Let's see. What's this one like? Okay, let's go ahead and pull in the Smelt Cosmetics. This is the Bad Side Zodiac, and this is the Air, which is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I'm neither of those, but we're pulling this one in. Okay, I don't need the box. What else do I want to pull in? Let's see. I think I will go ahead and pull in feel like maybe either this one, Lime Crime Greatest Hits Bangers, or this one, which is the Nomad Haunted Mansion. Haunted Europe, Haunted Mansion. I'd say Haunted Mansion. Do I want to go to a Haunted Mansion? They scare the crap out of me. I don't like scary things. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull in. I'm going to pull in this one, the Nomad one, the Haunted Europe. Let's do that one. Put this one back in here. And I'll just put this in here for now. Okay, I think I'm gonna move down for the next drawer down, and from here I want to pull in, I think maybe I want to do this one. It's
don't know how I feel about it. This is the Pat McGrath, and this is Eye Ecstasy Sublime eyeshadow palette. I think they're all shimmers. Yeah, they're all shimmers in here. I think I'm gonna pull this one in. Yeah, let's give her a shot. So I think that's it. Total of 5 palettes. Not bad. I think that's good. Some of them are smaller, so that should be good. I feel like maybe I want one more. Is that bad? Oh boy, should I do it? Why don't I look in my other drawer and then see if I can find something real quick. I went with another little tiny one. This is by ColourPop, and this is The Secret Life of Scorpio. I do want to play with this one. It's been a long time since I did. There she is. She looks really pretty. Okay, that's it for now. Again, all smaller, so hopefully that works. Let's go ahead and pull in some foundations and concealers. Foundation and concealer. I do have one concealer, so keep that in mind. For foundations, what do I want to play with? So many options. So many good options. Why don't we pull in? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this Guerlain L'Essentiel. Used to be one of my favorites. It's been a little while since I used it, so I do want to play with it again. I'm gonna pull that one in. And how about we do say is really nice. Why don't I do I want to do L'Oreal, or do I want to do 8 Cosmetics? I think I'll pull in 8 Cosmetics. Your Skin But Better foundation. I was thinking about passing this one on to my mom. She's out of town currently, so I gotta try it. I need to play with it some more and see if it works for me or not. Otherwise, I might pass it on to my mom. So let's do this one. So that's 2 foundations. I do have some foundation in Project Pan, so that we have that. I do have 2 concealers, and then I pulled in the Tarte, so I don't think I need any more concealers. I do need some powders, so let's pick up some powders. Okay, for powders, we pulled in 1, which was the Décolleté powder. So let's do I think I'm gonna pull in the Dior Backstage powder. Do like this one. I'm gonna pull this one in, and how about we do, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy another try. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. This is colorless, so I think I do want to give this guy another try. When I had used it before, it kind of felt a little drying on my skin, but that was a while ago. So I'm gonna do that one, and I think that should be it for powders. Yeah, I think that's plenty. I don't think I need anything else. Oh, I don't need a finishing powder. For finishing powder, why don't we do I want to do Guerlain L'Essentiel. Not L'Essentiel, this Naturites. Do I want to do this one, or do I want to do, the problem is it's kind of bulky, you know. I have to like find the space for it. I love the way it smells. Or I could try this one again, the Skin Transforming, and just try to concentrate on here. Let's do this one. We'll do By Mario. All right, I think I'm gonna skip the face palettes. I don't need a face palette, but I would like some more bronzers, so let's get on that one. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull in some bronzers. I like the way that this drawer looks now after some declutters. Pretty happy with it. From here, why don't we go ahead and pull in, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do, oh boy, I really like how it looks in here. I can see everything. I can, you know what I want. I'm gonna pull in the Marc Jacobs. Did I have this one recently? I don't remember. I don't think so. Hey, they're coming back. Marc Jacobs Beauty is coming back. This is in the shade Tantastic. I'm gonna pull this one in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull in, why don't I do one of these MAC ones? I think I will do, let's do this baby, Biana Bronze. I'm gonna pull this one in, and then let's do one more. I think I'm gonna pull in the Contour Wand by Charlotte Tilbury, and now one more. How about we do, I'm gonna do this one, this little baby. This is by Real Her. This is Power Wear bronzer, and the shade is Bronzed Beauty. So I'm gonna pull in this one. That's it for bronzers. Do we want blushes? We did pull in quite a few blushes. I think I'm gonna skip blushes, but maybe I'm gonna go ahead and grab one highlighter. I think for highlighter, I'm kind of leaning towards pulling in Soft and Gentle. It's a classic. So I think I'm gonna do this one, and I think I really would like one more. How about we do, the Mary Lou by The Balm. Okay, two classics. Let's go ahead and pull in some lippies, and then let's do swatches. Alrighty, let's pull in some lip products, you guys. Oh, yay. This is so exciting. Pulling in lippies. I say it's so exciting, and then I'm like, I blank out. What am I playing with? I do want some lip glosses. So I think let's pull in this one. This is Lucky Chick, and this is in the shade, oh boy, Bubbly. I'm gonna pull in this baby. Start off with that one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna try one of these. These are the Grande lips, and then hopefully we'll see how they work, if they work well or not. Like I said, I had a little bit of problem with the nudie shade. I think I will do, I'm gonna do this mauve one, Spicy Mauve. I'm gonna do that one. We'll see how it works, if it works well or not. They might be getting a bit old, so there's that. I think, oh, let's do this baby. We're gonna do this one by Pat McGrath. This is in the shade Divine Rose. I'm gonna play with this one. Let's do for lipsticks. I think I'm gonna pull in the shade Bitch Perfect by Charlotte Tilbury. It is a nude, it's destroyed, I know, but I'm gonna pull in this one. How about we do, I haven't played with my Besame ones in a while. Do I still have Victory Red, or was that the one that I had to declutter? No, I still have Victory Red. I'm pulling in Victory Red by Besame. This is such a beautiful color. I do want to play with it. So I'm gonna do that one too. Why don't we do one of these over here? I don't know which one is which. I'm just gonna grab one. These are by, this is Givenchy, and this is the Intense Silk 116. So pull this baby in, and I do have two already in my drawer. Let's go ahead and move on to the next drawer down and get a couple from there. Okay, from here, what are we gonna get? I hate that I feel like these drawers don't open up enough. want to try this one. Which shade do I want? These are the NARS. One of them is too hot to handle. Yeah, this one is too hot to handle. And then this is in the shade Dragon Girl. They're both beautiful. I'm going to do too hot to handle. Do this one. And I think that's it. Gosh, I pulled in so many reds, and I had reds from last time around, which is okay. Actually, let's do one more. I'm gonna do a matte one. Let's do a nude matte. This is Dose of Colors, and this is in the shade My Main. Yes, My Main. This was a Desi and Katie collab. For lip liner, I do have a red lip liner currently in the door. I just want to pull in one nude. So I'm gonna just grab one, and it will be what it will be. Oh boy. I had destroyed this one, so I think I need to use it. I destroyed it, you guys. I don't know what I was thinking, but I sharpened it when I was not supposed to sharpen it. Look at that. Look what I did to it. What in the heck did I do? And this is a twist up. Sometimes my brain is not attached. My brain is not in my head. So I'm going to pull in this one. Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0, and the shade is Honey Beige. Okay, now that we have everything, I'm going to go ahead and put stuff in the door, and then we'll do swatches. Okay, went ahead and put everything back in the door. It's nice and full, and I got rid of all the I didn't get rid of the boxes, but I took things out of the boxes. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm super excited for what I have this time around. I really am super excited for stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the primers first. We do primers, concealers, foundation, powder, and then the rest. Again, for primers, I pulled in two, and both of them, I guess, are illuminating. This is the Banana Bright Face Primer. I remember really enjoying this one. It's been a little while. I might get a little oh no, I thought I was gonna get that, you know, when it's dried up in here. It's been a little while since I used this one. Okay, it still smells really nice. Why, I pumped so much. I don't know why I'm showing you a primer. Who swatches a primer? Anyways, I'm looking forward to playing with this one again and seeing how I actually like it. What I remember about it is that it did not play well with certain moisturizers. So maybe I'll skip a moisturizer and use this one as a moisturizer primer. Something to keep in mind. I guess I'm reminding myself. And then the other primer is the Kaja. This is the Dream Puff Radiant Mousse Primer. This is pretty illuminating, so I'm looking forward to using that. For concealers, I pulled in, I have 3 in here, and all 3 are actually brand new concealers. I have the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer, and I have the shade N8. She had so many shades, so we'll see how this one works. I have the Tarte Shape Tape Radiant, which is in the shade Light Medium Sand 27S. I hope I like it. Some reviews said it was pretty crappy. Some people said they didn't like that it's not as much coverage as the original, which is, I'm like, did you even read the description of this product? It says medium coverage, not full coverage. Anyways, so I'm pulling in that, play with it. And then the NARS, I do like this one, an eye brightener. And I actually use my fingers now that I don't have long claws. I can dip in there and not ruin it. So there's those. For foundation, I pulled in 2 foundations. I pulled in the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation. And this one is in the shade Medium Neutral 31. And I pulled in Guerlain L'Essentiel, and this is in the shade 035N. This is used to be a favorite. We'll have to see how this one is now. My preferences seem to change quite often. Okay, for powders, we pulled in the Dior Backstage. This is, what is it called? No powder. Powder, no powder. And this is in the shade 2N Neutral. I'll attempt to swatch it, but nothing, I'm not gonna get anything. So I'm looking forward to playing with this one. I think I might have to scrape it off with a little bit of tissue. I can see a little heartband here and here, which is can be easily taken care of. The other powder I pulled in and to use as a finishing powder, I'm gonna try and stick to these 2 shades over here, which are like the more illuminating shades, and try to use this one as a finishing powder.
this has been a struggle for me. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector and the shade is Light. As long as I've been saying this has been a struggle, I can't seem to get rid of it. I kind of like hate it, love it kind of thing. So there it is. It's staying in here. This is the new one to me. This is by Decarte. And again, this is the shade 80 Glow Pink. Is this actually made in Japan? Now I'm curious. Yep, made in Japan, which is pretty cool. It does come with a puff. And we're going to have to take this off. But here's what it looks like. I don't see glow in it. So hopefully it just means that it's illuminating under the eye. We'll see how it works. And then I want to retest this one. This is by Terry. This is the Hyaluronic Hydra Powder in the shade Colorless. I know people love this one and swear by it. So I need to play with it and see what the hype is about and try to figure it out with my skin. Okay, let's talk about bronzers. I kind of have things switched around this time. Should have put bronzers and blushes here and highlights there. Why don't I do that real quick? Okay, now it makes sense. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand, and this is in the fair to medium. I do not like the applicator on this one, but hey, there's still some stuff on here from last time I used it. I feel like it gets dirty real quickly, but I do like the ease of use of this product and how easily it blends. This is just not an accurate description because but anyways, you get the point. Okay, the other bronzers that I have in here, I have the Gwen Stefani Pick It Up Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo, and this is in the shade Toasting. My gosh, this is determined to be stabbed. I stabbed this product when I was filming my haul, when I was, yeah, I stabbed it. There's the cream and there's the powder. It smells really nice. It smells really nice. Like summery beach. Ooh, that smells really good. So there's the contour and the bronzer shade. I think the shade-wise, this would be really good for me. I hope that it blends nicely. I've heard nothing but good reviews about it, so I'm hoping that it'll actually be really, really nice. The other bronzer I pulled in the MAC Biana Bronze. This is a bronzing powder. I think this is going to be a little bit on the deeper side. But again, I will be taking some time off. I need it. I'm exhausted. So I think I'm going to be laying at the beach somewhere or by the pool, getting some tan. So actually it doesn't look too deep now compared to these two, which are kind of like the lighter side of the Gwen Stefani products. So we shall see how that works. I do have one more bronzer and stuck it over here, and then this one over here. We've got the Real Her Bronze Beauty Power Wear Bronzer, and the shade is Bronze Beauty. Why? I don't like the way that they label their products, the Real Her brand. But here's this one. It's more of a glowy bronzer. It's pretty light, so that should be really good for me now. And then we have the Marc Jacobs Beauty. This is the Tantastic Omega Bronzer. Again, I'm so excited that they're coming back. I know like when the brand was going away, they kept saying that they're coming back, but then it took a while, but there it is. Wow, that looks significantly lighter compared to the other ones, but I know it works really nicely on my skin. So there's that. I think that is it for bronzers. Let's go ahead and move on to blushes. Let's take this one back there again. Let's move on to blushes. We have by Mario. This is the Soft Pop Plump. That sounded so wrong. Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil, and this is in the shade Rose Crush. Here we go. Looks a little bit intense for my liking, but I think it'll be nice considering that it's a veil. There it is. My my arm's still a little bit wet. I've been using these because I've been hating these. So there it is. Definitely wet arm, so excuse me. Okay, here we go. Let's get into the Chanel. This is the Chanel blush in the shade Blush Duo Tweed Effect, and the shade is Tweed Coral. tweed coral, I guess. And this is the shade 20. This looked so pretty, you guys, but I was eyeing a different one. Unfortunately, most of these were sold out, so this one will have to do. I think it's gonna be a little bit light for me, but their blushes don't swatch. I don't know, I'll have to see how it applies with the brush. The girl at the counter there, she swatched it for me with a tissue, and I was like, you know, pick up a lot with a tissue. That looks good. So it can be built up. That's good to know. There it is. It does show like there's some sort of like glowiness, but I don't think that's actually throughout the product. I think it's just the top layer. So it does not translate. It did not translate to my arm, just FYI. But I like the texture of it. I like the tweed effect. Okay, there's that one. And then we have Say. This is the Glow Sculpt, and this is in the shade Peach Glow. Felt like this was the only one that did not seem that it's extremely glowy. Like the other products that released at the same time seem to be just extremely glowy, like highlighter kind of glowy, where this one seemed to be more blushy. There, so pretty. And then the other blush in here is by Dior. Really? Did I only pull in this many blushes? Why did I feel like I had so much? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the eyeshadow quad is also a blush quad, so I can use that. This is the Dior, and the shade is Cherry. Rosy Glow, and the shade is Cherry. Okay, not as intense as I thought it would be. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be so strong on my cheeks, but that's a beautiful color. So excited for it. Okay, should I swatch the palette now or wait till eyeshadows? We'll swatch the eyeshadow. We'll swatch the Chanel palette in a little bit when we do the eyeshadows. Let's go ahead and move on to highlighters. For highlighters, we pulled in the Chanel. This is in the shade. This is highlighting powder, and the shade is 10 Ivory Gold. Wait till you'll see this baby. Oh, I'm opening it from the wrong side. Here we go. Look at how beautiful that is. My gosh, that is absolutely gorgeous. So pretty. So there's that one. Let's go ahead and swatch the Gwen Stefani Check My Glow, the multidimensional illuminating highlighter, and this is in the shade Homegrown Glow. Oh, I don't like that. I dirtied it up like that. Okay. There it is. This is the middle shade that she released, which I still find that I actually can wear it. I thought it would be a little too deep for me, but it looks like it would be a good shade. Clé de Peau. This is the shade is Golden Galaxy. I think it was called like a highlighting something. I love the packaging. Look at that. And wait, oh, look at this. Look at how pretty that is. Like, that is gorgeous. It does come with a little brush. I don't know why they still stick these little brushes. Like Chanel does it too. Like, really, just get rid of the dang brush. I want to touch it. Oh, it's so pretty. I do. Oh my gosh. And the formula is so creamy. There it is. That is so beautiful. I think this is going to look really pretty. Very subtle, natural kind of looking highlight. It does not look as intense, at least with the swatch, as the Chanel one did. Chanel one looks a little bit more blinding. This looks more normal. I was eyeing a different shade too when I was there, so maybe I'll have to pick up the other shade next time. So I had to narrow it down, you guys. My husband was with me and he was like, do you really need all that makeup? I'm like, yes, I do. I do need all that makeup. Next up, we have Mary Lou, the Luminizer. Mary Lou Luminizer. This is by The Balm. It's an oldie but a goodie. There it is. And then another oldie is the MAC Soft and Gentle. Felt like classics today. So beautiful. I'm looking forward to these highlights. I like that this one is a little bit deeper, you know, the Gwen Stefani one compared to the rest. Looks a little bit deeper. Okay, was that it for highlighters? I believe so. I'm gonna go ahead and move on straight to the that Chanel quad, simply because it did say that you can use it as a cheek and eye palette. And again, this is in the shade Tenderess. Wait till you see this. Ooh, what's this? Okay, come on. Here we go. Okay, it's just telling me I can use it on eyes and cheek. Thank you very much. That's very helpful. Look at how pretty. This is so gorgeous. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch. Okay. Let's build it up a little bit. So this is the more highlighty shade, which I would use as an all over lid color or as a highlighter. Look at that. Look at how beautiful. This, I don't know how to describe the formula. I feel like it's kind of like a cream, but it's a powder. There's that one shade. This would be so pretty on the outer corner, and kind of using it as a, you know, a deeper blush. And this is the more bronzy shade, which I think would look really pretty as a transition shade. There's that. And then this one would be a beautiful blush. Look at that. That is so pretty. Beautiful blush. So I can have a look, an eyeshadow look, this shade, and this shade. I can use them on my face. Double whammy. Now I don't feel as bad. That's what I should have told my husband. It's double duty, baby. When he was like, do you need all of that makeup? I do. Of course I do. We're beauty junkies, beauty addicts. It's not called Rania's Makeup Addiction for nothing. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the eyeshadows. We'll do swatches of all the eyeshadow palettes, and then we'll do lippies after. I'm gonna move this out of my way. Let's start with the little Pat McGrath palette, the Eye Ecstasy Sublime. Swatch this baby. 5 shades in here. They're all shimmery shades, or, you know, no mattes, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There we go. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of this red one. There we go. Formula is so nice, you know, it's the normal Charlotte Tilbury formula. I just hate the cheapy looking and feeling of the packaging. I just don't like it. I think it's plasticky and cheap. But here it is. Definitely lots of one shadow look kind of thing. This one is beautiful all over the lid. You can deepen it up with this one. This is beautiful all over the lid, topped with either one of these. But yeah, I don't like the packaging. I just like the palette. So there's that one. Okay, next, let's do this little quad from ColourPop, The Secret Life of Scorpio. Pretty girly, right? But very, very pretty. There she is. I've been really enjoying like smaller palettes. I feel like I've been reaching more for them. So I'm looking forward to using this one too. It's been a long time. I don't think I played with it since I picked it up. So it's been a while. We've got three more to talk about. We have, that's the biggest. Let's go ahead and do the Melt Cosmetics Bad Side Zodiac. And this is the Air one. Let's swatch this guy. Feels nice. The mattes feel really nice. We got more purples in here again. More girly. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the other row right on top of it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I swatched them in the wrong order. Pretty, really pretty. More color than, you know, like the corally side. I feel like, is that gonna work on me on my eyes, or am I gonna look sick with that much kind of like coral, you know, shades? But we shall see. Yeah, there's that one. Okay, let's go ahead and swatch this one. This is that Luna Soul Skin Modeling Eyes, the shade 01, which is beige. The packaging is really nice. I do like the packaging of it, the outer packaging. And this is what it looks like on the inside. It looks pretty blah. Like I said, it's definitely for a neutral lover, but man, when I swatched it, I was like, this would be so easy to use for like an everyday look. Look at that shade. Oh, beautiful. Just that taupe and then that matte. It's some building. I didn't think that it was gonna show up that much, to be honest, just because it's like I said, it's a more muted eyeshadow palette or eyeshadow quad. Anyway, there it is. Look at this shade. I cannot wait to play with this one, put it all over my eyes. This one would be a really beautiful deepening shade all over. The only one that I feel like, okay, I kind of wish it translated more was this one, but we shall see how it applies with an eye primer on and like a brush. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to trying it and seeing if I actually like the brand. If I do, I might dabble in a little bit more. If I don't, then hey, it's something I got on travel. The last eyeshadow palette for this time around is the Nomad Haunted Europe palette. This was gifted to me a while back by my friend Mariella. It's so beautiful. I love the packaging. It's so pretty. And you know what reminded me of it? Somebody commented on my eyeshadow collection video and they're like, oh, I really missed out. I'm so sad I missed out on this palette. I was like, I think I need to play with it some more. By the way, I have been reading all of your guys' comments. I know there are quite a few recently, especially on that giveaway. I have not been able to respond. I just have not had the time, and I can't respond to 160 comments. But I try my best to respond on all of them. Just sidetracking. Let's start swatching. I think maybe we'll go this way, and then this way. Because I see this palette as two parts. I see it as one part here, one part there. Tell me if I'm wrong. Oof, formula is so creamy. Here we go. I'm going to try and fit it all on here, on my hand, on my arm. That's a beautiful green.
do these over here. Pretty, no? And let's go ahead and do this side. Oh, barely got, well, it's kind of like that cool tone taupey mauve thing. There's these. And let's move on. Next row down. Look at that purple. That matte had a lot of kickback. But look at this purple. Man, that's beautiful. And then the last row down. This one felt really dry for some reason. Yeah, it feels a lot drier than the other mattes. I'm not sure why. There it goes. Oh. There. There. She's definitely more of a fall, grungy kind of eyeshadow palette, but I'm looking forward to playing with it. Again, one of my subscribers reminded me about it. She's like, you know what? I need to play with it because I do have it. I'm lucky to have it, so it's time. There she is. And then the last thing we have left are lippies and then setting sprays. All right, let's go ahead and do the lippies. I'm gonna get started with the lip liners. Like I said, I have the Huda Beauty, the one I destroyed. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that, you guys, to be honest. I felt so stupid afterwards, but there it is. It is what it is. We move on. This is in the shade Honey Beige. The other lip liner is by Smashbox, and this is in the shade True Red. Really pretty red, very creamy, both of them. I'm gonna move these a little bit to the end because they're super lightweight and light coverage, or you know, not super pigmented. From Besame, this is Victory Red. It's a beautiful red color, you guys. There's that very beautiful blue undertone. It's that one. We've got, I'm gonna do bullet lipsticks first. Let's do this Givenchy. This is the Intense Silk 116. Nice neutral shade. That is pretty. Let's do Charlotte Tilbury. This is Bitch Perfect. Excuse the language. She named it, not me. That's a pretty neutral shade, nude shade. It's been a while since I actually used it. I see how I feel about it on my lips. This is that Paul & Joe lipstick. And again, the lip color that I picked out was shade number 18. I don't think it has a shade name, does it? Just says 18. Okay. Stick it back in. The embossment is gonna go away, but it's okay. Look how creamy that is. My God, that looks so pretty. Okay, there's that one. Let's do Too Hot to Handle. This is by NARS, and these are called the Power Matte Lipstick. That feels really creamy too. I don't remember it being that creamy on my list, but it's a while ago. We buy so many things we don't remember, you know? Let's go ahead and do the liquid ones. We have one by NARS. This is another Power Matte, but this is like the liquid. Pigment, Power Matte Liquid Pigment, Lip Pigment, and this is in the shade Vein. Here we go. I'm just gonna do it here. That's beautiful. It's really pretty. I feel like I pulled in some colors that maybe should have been saved for the fall. We have Smashbox Always On Liquid Lip, and the shade is Boss. I don't know what boss mean. B-A-W-S-E. Is that supposed to mean boss? Like B-O-S-S? I'm not sure, but there it is. A beautiful red. Looks like it's feathering though. Hopefully it doesn't do that on the lips. My main from Dose of Color. This is one that I kind of debated about keeping in my collection or not. There it is. Go ahead and do this Pat McGrath lip gloss, and this is in the shade Divine Rose. Really pretty lip gloss. Really pretty formula too. There's that one. Okay, now let's go ahead and swatch these from Lucky Chick. This is in the shade Bubbly. I don't think that this is gonna translate. It just might be a you know, like a lip glitter, lip topper or something like that. There it is. There's that one. And then we've got by Grande Lips, the Hydrating Lip Plumping. And this is in the shade Spicy Mauve. These take a little while to actually get out of the tube. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There it is. It smells like normal self, so we shall see. Maybe it was just that one shade just did not suit me very well. I did not like it. Anyway, here's that one. See, it's still coming out. And then the last thing we have is the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm, and this is the Strawberry Scent shade, whatever. I'm not gonna swatch it. It's a lip balm. And we'll finish up this video by the setting spray primer mist category. We've got Patrick Ta Major Glow Dewy Milk Mist. I'm gonna try and use it as a primer mist. And then we have Catrice HD Active Performance Freezing Spray for setting spray. Cooling and refreshing. I remember it actually did feel cooling when you first spritz it on the face. So hopefully it's still the same way. I know this was a long one. I really wanted to just chat with you guys. So thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you again. I really appreciate you and your time. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.